Right. Call, view, conversation. Settings. There's this. Alright.
Very nice.
There. I guess I'm gonna have to do it like this. This sucks.
I was like very into reading that then, and then douchebag had to go and ban him.
Are you guys hearing?
Ban him so you can time him out. How about that, Release?
Well, I already tried. It
that's
says I'm
cool.
holding for the room for 600 minutes. 600 minutes. 600 seconds.
Ba-boom.
Green, you're drunk. Jesus Christ. Go home.
I'm
You're
professional.
Go home, get some help, put a blanket on, just watch some Chris Hansen. Everything's gonna be okay.
No, what is going on? I didn't.
What did you do now?
What's going wrong with this country?
It's
I have a deodorant ad, so I don't know what's going on with it.
well, good.
Don't worry, he has a deodorant.
It's okay, guys. I've got speed stick on my side.
All right. Are you guys hearing an echo of yourselves through the Skype?
No.
All right. Well, I'm gonna record it like this, because I'm sorry, my computer's crapped out and blacked out on me.
Like, I've just had to refresh it because I couldn't see anything, but there you go.
Yeah, it'll be okay. We'll work out.
Okay.
I hope.
Oh, I can hear myself.
Yeah, everybody should hear everyone now.
Hey, lad. It's gone.
Okay. All right, let's start over now that I suck at using a new computer. Hooray! All right.
Hey.
Yay for technical
Alright, I
difficulties.
got a new intro then.
Okay.
Going for it again?
I'm gonna start where I was. All right.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody, for the technical difficulties. We are back,
Oh.
and welcome to the stream,
I just...
where Twitchers Twitch and YouTubers Enthusiast do stuff. Partypanda420
It's a little different. It's a little
with
different.
the Derpcepticons and our special guest ChilledChaos. And I already asked him this like 20 million times, but how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I feel a little deja vu.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what's that movie that with Bill Murray?
They're saying they still can't hear it.
Okay, alright.
Yay!
Well, third time's a charm, so...
They can hear
Well,
it.
apparently
Let me just
certain
do my-
people can hear us and certain people can't.
Well,
What?
then it's not my
Well,
fault.
it's not like telepathy here, I mean...
Yeah, you know.
Telepathy, what the hell?
Oh
is
yeah,
that,
she
man?
says refresh. They all need a
Yeah,
refresh.
try refreshing it,
Yeah.
guys.
Just refresh. Even though they can't hear us, refresh.
Refresh! Alright, so,
We'll just tell the people that can't
first
hear us.
order of business.
Oh, they
I'm
can't
here...
hear us now.
What?
Well, they could all... Right, if they can't hear us, then they could just...
Well, welcome to the stream, those of you who have just refreshed, or are in the middle of a commercial, I guess.
Refresh.
But anyway, we're here with the great, wonderful ChilledChaos, and
Oh,
he's
thank
going
you,
to...
thank
He's going to talk to us in a moment.
him 3 times already.
Third time's the charm.
Whatever, you guys. Anyway,
See,
please
I'm
tell
more-
us...
I know...
What?
I'm more interested in what you guys do. I guess that's like me turning the questions back on you, which I
Oh,
don't think is
no.
fair.
we'll ask
Don't
you.
be a-
We'll ask you that at the
Yeah.
end if you have any questions for us.
Everyone take the cyanide capsules. Don't tell them anything.
You do not talk about the
Oh,
Fight
no,
Club.
crack.
That's fucked up.
But all right, so tell us what groups you're involved in, and possibly how you got involved in them, possibly.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you for being very stern too. I like a strong person. It's good. We should talk after. No, I'm kidding. No, we couldn't. Anyway, for the groups wise, I don't know. Having yourself in like a group or like labeling yourself as something, it's got like pros and cons. For one, I'm a part of, I guess, technically the Derp crew, and I do things on Mondays and Tuesday nights with ChronoCast as a podcast.
Oh.
But with groups for me, per se, I just like to call, like, peeps of, I guess, different cliques, as they call it. Although calling things cliques are weird, and I'm sure you hate hearing that word, because, God, unless most of you guys are still in high school, which maybe some of you guys are, cliques suck in high school.
Yeah, cliques are cliche in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
very old, so I'm no longer in school, so...
Well, fair enough, then you don't have to deal with the clique shenanigans.
No. Also, I don't know what it means, so...
Okay, clique is like when like a group of people, they kind of stick to themselves and they don't branch out, and that's something I never want to do. I don't want to just stick to like a few people and just never do anything with anyone else because it's not fun. It gets a little stagnant.
Yeah.
But I do like playing with people, and the group names that we come up with, a lot of times they're kind of like they're jokingly almost. I mean, for the podcast I do, and we call that ChronoCast. Yeah, that's like a group, and that's gonna probably stay with that group. I mean, we're not just gonna like all of a sudden dismantle and expand.
Right.
But like, you know, whether it be the Derp crew and we just add people and just have fun with that, or like the thing that we made up, Bros Angels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just fun to come up with different little names and just have fun with it. So I guess you could say I'm a part of like the ChronoCast and the Derp crew and the Bros Angels, but for the most part, those things are kind of like facetious things, if anything else. They just exist just for like when we play together. That's what we call it. But
Right.
I wouldn't really call it a group because to me, groups seem like once they're made, no one else can get in.
Right, you're right.
That is
then-
exactly how I feel.
It's very
actually.
true.
I made my channel, and I have 2 other guys that I play with, and they're just completely like low ballers and whatnot. So I'm just like, I'm now set in a group, and if I want to move out, I can do that. But now I'm in a clique.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's rough when you start to get into that. It's kind of like where's my allegiance lie? And sometimes it could be like the middle of a Tuesday night and like your group wants to do something, but you're like, I just want to just do other things. And then you feel like you're hurting the group, and that's why it's not always good to label yourself. But again, that's like a high school thing that we all learn in high
it's
school.
definitely a
Right.
huge commitment. Like here, the Derpcepticons, we meet pretty much every day. We try to like, you know, put together, you know, if we're going to do an interview, or if we're going to do games with the viewers, or if we're going to, you know, it's very, very commitment and very business based. And that
Exactly.
for me, like, that's something that I'm interested in, but, you know, like, I'm more into the gaming thing. I want it to be a community thing. Everybody that loves games, let's just do it together, and I don't have to be, you know, shunned away from everybody else or anything like that.
Yeah, because what happens is a lot of times, like even the group itself gets labeled by outside people. Then
Yeah.
you're like, oh well, avoid that group. And they're like, but why avoid the group? Everyone's an individual, so it's hard. It's hard. Groups are nice. It's nice to have like recording buddies and playing buddies.
Yeah.
But you also got to be careful of like the whole. Well, now I'm in this special group, and that's all I can play with type deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's something that I'm
sucks
afraid
big
of.
balls.
Yeah, because like a lot of us are new to become, you know, we're just now getting our stuff together to record. Like it took me 2 or 3 years to get my computer, just like a computer that will run and record things, you know. So
Oh boy.
yeah, like and let's see, and recording microphone. I have a high-tech microphone finally, whereas the headset, I used that for 3 years until I could afford it, you know. But for all of us newbies out here, what's your advice when starting out? Like, maybe genre of games or a way to go at games, or...
For the most part, I guess if you're just starting out now, the biggest thing is just trying to make yourself different. What I've seen a lot of people doing, and I don't know, I guess it irks me because it happens on my channel, but you have a lot of people who are just kind of saying, hey, forget about the shame, I'm just going to go on other people's channels and just say, here's my channel, come look it out. That never happened. No one ever did that in the past, and I don't know if it's because maybe it was less saturated.
So just spamming is going on a lot?
Yeah, it goes on where people are just whether they're trying to forcefully promote themselves or just trying to be more of an annoyance to get attention.
Yeah.
But that never happened in the past, so I don't know if like people need to do it now to grow. But for me, it's always been just be original and be yourself and make sure that you're enjoying it. Because if you're not those three things, later down the road, you're not going to want to do it anymore. Because if you're not original, well then why should I stay on your channel? If you're not yourself, well then who am I? Who am I becoming friends with? Who kind of personality am I getting interested in?
Right.
And then like 6 months down the line, you're a completely different personality. And third one, which I just forgot what I said, is also important too. So those 3 things.
All right.
I can agree.
That's what...
But it's definitely being and making sure you're enjoying it. Obviously, that was the third one. Because if you don't, then you can build up an entire audience, and then in a year or time, if you just don't want to do it, well then that's like a year's worth of people that you just said bye to, and then they're like, where'd they go? And that's happened with people in the past, and then they kind of wonder, where'd that person go? And then it leaves some bad taste in their mouth. That's never fun.
No,
it's like, I don't know, like spoiled milk.
Yeah. And then also you got like that one shot too, because I mean the way I've watched a lot of YouTubers, and the way it seems is as soon as that ball is rolling, it just keeps rolling. You really can't, if you jump out for a moment and try to come back in, there's just gonna be too much drama to deal with. There's gonna be like whatever. But in your opinion, how do you deal with the side I don't know. I don't think you've actually had to deal with this. Actually, like the the stupid drama that people that viewers may.
It's hard. You. It's rough dealing with a lot of fans because a lot of the issues. And again, I wish you guys the best in your Derpcepticons adventure. But a lot of the issues that you're going to find out that happens between a group is sparked by fans.
Really?
Sparked by fans. It's you ever play telephone?
Yes.
With people, you say one thing and then it goes through 7 different people and there's something different on the other end.
Yeah.
Imagine now doing that with 200,000 people. Okay, so
I know that's going to be pretty crazy.
That'll be ridiculous.
The entire message changes and it causes issues between people. That's why my motto has always been, at least it has been for for a year, for 16 months or whatnot. Anytime there's an issue, I just keep my mouth shut because I know if I say something that involves someone else, it's going to get misconstrued 16 different ways, and that's something I don't want to deal with because it's not fun for anyone. It's never fun to get someone else screwed over, and you have to learn that the hard way sometimes to realize it. But definitely, fans can sometimes be crazy, but it's always nice to have them there because it's a comforting fact knowing that you could just, you come home, you have a crappy day, and you could just talk to people, and they're just there, and they understand, and then they have a crappy day, and you listen to them, and vice versa, and you build up a relationship with people. So there's something comforting about that. Although they can be the devil sometimes, and they really can, they can also be very warming people, and they can also be very, I wouldn't say emotional, but they can have empathy towards you, and they can understand your point of view, and you can understand their point of view. And the best part that I like about being able to build up a relationship with fans is you can have a general debate with them. And sometimes they're good, sometimes they're horrible, but sometimes for the most part, you can usually have an interesting discussion without being called a faggot, and that's pretty incredible.
That's true.
That is incredible.
That's true.
I don't know how many times I've been in a comment section and it's just like, you're a faggot. Oh, okay, then.
Thanks, guys.
You're a faggot.
You spelled that wrong. Go back to
All right, and back to
back
to a games question. What's your all-time favorite game? Like the game that maybe has traveled with you all through your childhood and maybe your teenage and now your adulthood. One game that you just never get tired of.
First off, it sucks to be 21. It really does. For everyone that's like, oh man, I can't wait to drink. No, if you want to drink. I'm not promoting underage drinking, but if you want to drink, people are going to drink regardless. There's nothing funny about being 21. I want to be 16 again. That was fun.
16. No responsibilities, nothing.
I remember when I was 16. Whoa.
Yeah, you're just ignorant of everything. You're like, all right, I'm just going to do my own thing. This is cool.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Schoolwork? High school? That's a joke.
But let's go to the park.
All-time favorite game would probably be World of Warcraft, unfortunately.
World of Warcraft. Okay.
Yeah, that game has sucked away more hours than I can imagine.
Dude, that's what MMORPGs are made to do.
I know, they're a time sink. That's all it is.
Okay.
Oh, you're getting bored with the game? Here's an extra couple quests.
Well, then,
I know, right?
Then with WoW.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. And then with WoW is let's see, what's your favorite game of this year? I guess.
Favorite game of this year.
This year, that's come out this year.
I've played so many games I don't even recall, but for the most one, like right now, I guess the most fun I'm having is with Chivalry, that medieval game.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, I wish I
watch.
could get into the beta.
It is coming out in 4 days, which is good, but that kind of came out of nowhere. That came out of left field. I was all excited for War of the Roses, and then all of a sudden, boom, Chivalry came out. I'm like, oh, sorry, guys. I was going to play War of the Roses, but this game's more fun.
I meant to call you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I have a date on Friday, but...
You have a great body, but I can't do it.
it's definitely that game came out of left field.
Goodness.
And Guild Wars 2 as well. That has been fun, but I have not put in nearly enough time as I would have liked to.
That's nice. Okay, and I've been really watching up on a lot of your Sims videos.
Oh God. I am not a floozy, I swear. I do everything by the book, and I'm a good person. I really am.
Yeah, okay, denial isn't just a river in Egypt. That's okay.
What do you think of, or what are your thoughts of the Sims collections over the years? Like, are you intrigued? Are you amazed by what they've done with the third one? Because they've whatever, or what's your
I want to say, like, they almost hurt my feelings a bit by how much they charge for each expansion.
Yeah.
Like, they come out so frequent, and I mean, you don't have to buy them, but they come out so frequent, and some of the things just seem like a necessity, not really a necessity, but like, oh man, it's really cool, why wasn't that in the first place? And if you want it, it's like $40, because I was looking, I wanted to build an aquarium, And I've had like the 6 expansions I had. I only get one fishbowl. Out of all the expansions I've had, only one fishbowl. But I have to buy the Sims Pets, which is another $40 to get like an aquarium type deal. So I think they kind of definitely have a strategy of holding out